It's a Friday afternoon and we're just headed out for a nice walk, one of our favourite ones from home. We've had quite a few comments on recent videos asking us to reintroduce ourselves and talk a little bit about our motivations for moving here. So we thought that we would spend a bit of time during this video doing that, and hopefully it feels a bit less awkward than the first video where we tried to, and
I don't even remember trying to in the first one.
I think we both just felt really awkward. So yeah, we'll try our best to do that and answer some of your questions.
We've had some people asking us on sort of the last couple of videos, asking us about who we are and why we moved to Scotland.
Yeah.
So I'm Ollie.
I'm Alana.
And yeah, I've been in Scotland for 4.5 months. We've got Jessie.
I find it so much easier to talk about the dogs than talk about ourselves.
This is Jessie. She's 8 years old, just turned. Little smooth head dashing. Then we've got Shadow.
Shadow is a wild beast.
So we've had Jessie from when she was a puppy. Then we got Shadow when she was about 9 months old. Because she was originally a hunting dog, but she wasn't good enough, so they let her go.
They fired her.
And we took her in.
They said she needs to be a pet, not a working dog. But she's still got a bit of instinct in her, hasn't she?
She loves being out in the wild.
Have you said how old she is?
7.5.
Yeah, she's 7.5.
Well, she looks a lot older. So I used to be a vehicle technician back in Essex for about nearly 12 years, working on mostly a Volvo, bit of Kia, then some Audi and Volkswagen. One of the main reasons I wanted to move to Scotland was just sort of getting fed up of sitting in traffic on the way to and from work for hours sometimes. Getting stuck on the A12, if anyone knows that road, lovely.
Shall I talk about myself?
Yeah, I'll talk about your work.
So I have my own marketing consultancy and I look after content creators, and I also work with food brands, helping them with digital and brand direction. And I previously worked office jobs, like in an office, kind of 9 to 5 for about 10 years, and absolutely hated it, but didn't really think there was an alternative. Am I in frame? Christ, I hope so.
You look quite far out of...
Shall I check? Let's take a moment. Hold it.
You just look quite far out to where the camera was looking.
Okay. Ollie just stopped me mid-flow to make sure that I was in the frame, but I was in the frame, so it's okay. I can carry on.
Didn't want her to talk loads, then it worked out that she wasn't actually
get home
in
and
the
I wasn't
shot.
in the video. It's the hard thing when
We've done that before.
Most of our videos so far have either been like you by yourself, me by myself, or very rarely us two together. So when we're both in frame, we best check we're both in frame. So yeah, just talking about work and bits and pieces, but we've been together for nearly 14 years, which is a very long time. Married for 6 years this year. We eloped, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Feel like we don't really do things the like traditional way.
Yeah, so we got married in New York, and then from there went on to Vegas, and it was incredible.
Feels like a very long time ago, pre-COVID. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, like the dogs are our children, and yeah, we just love being outdoors, don't we? Which is why we're here, basically. Yeah, it's why we're here, isn't it? So we can be out here. Should we carry on?
Yeah, let's carry on.
Oh no, Jessie. Come here, you. You're already dirty. You've eaten stuff already. Great start. looking at everything beyond that we can't see. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about how we came to move to Scotland. So we've been here for 4.5 months, nearly 5 months now, which is just crazy. That
It's gone so fast, isn't it?
time literally flies wherever you are, I feel. So we first came to Scotland, I think it was 2022, after one of the COVID summers where you could only go on holiday in the UK, and we absolutely loved it, didn't we? And
Yeah, we stayed on. It's on Loch Fyne.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Loch Fyne or Loch Finn.
Loch Fyne.
Loch Finn, fine. Right on the water. It was lovely.
And just kind of decided from there really that it was something that we really wanted to aim to try to live here, and basically spent the last couple of years working towards that, I suppose. And with regards to the area itself and our house and things, so we kind of overlooked this whole area.
Oh yeah, the whole of the southwest.
For some reason, I don't know, we were never looking at this area on Rightmove until our house came up, and we knew we wanted to have like land and
Be on the water, be near a forest.
Yeah, you wanted a water view and then I wanted a forest, and it's so nice because we've got both now, and we didn't have to kind of compromise on anything in that respect. And we wanted to have a cabin or an outbuilding to convert as well.
Yeah, to put onto a Airbnb / Camping the Stars.
Something like that.
Top deal.
Yeah, so we paid, I mean this is all in the Times interview that we did a couple of months back, but we paid 286,000 for the house, which it was up for 260 and they declined our first offer, and then it went to an open house and we thought we weren't going to get it, and we only found out from our neighbour like a couple of months ago that we only won the bid as such by £1,000, which is pretty crazy. But
that whole process was annoying. We were told there's only a few people.
Us and one other party bidding.
I think there's 2 other parties bidding. Then it turns out there was 7 others. Was it after we put our offer in as well?
Yeah.
So we were sort of sure we weren't going to get it.
Yeah, we talked ourselves out of it, haven't we?
I think they took over the weekend to decide.
Yeah. But it's all behind us now, isn't it? So money was a huge motivation in wanting to move up here. Where we lived before in Essex, it was incredibly expensive, and whilst we probably could have afforded to like just about move up the ladder,
I don't even think we could have.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been comfortable.
The next step up for the house we would have wanted would have been like another couple £100 more on a mortgage.
Totally, yeah. And that's not anything that we were necessarily interested in. Like, we're probably the least flashy people ever in terms of, I don't know, that kind of thing. So yeah, we wanted to kind of not feel stretched, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was definitely Shadow. Just like give us a minute. Yeah, you get a lot more for your money here, and yes, we're in the middle of nowhere, and that's probably why.
That's the appeal for us.
Yeah, the fact that where we used to live, we would, drive for like an hour every weekend just to go for a walk on a beach or in a forest or something. I should just let you go, shouldn't I?
Should be off down a hole.
And now...
Like watching, she's going for that.
What's she going for?
The tasty snack she had.
Tasty snack. Come back here, you. And now we have those walks from our doorstep. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Walks like this.
We wanted to be outdoors like all the time, basically, every day. And that's something that we've been able to do, which feels amazing, even in minus conditions.
And I've always wanted enough land to warrant having a ride-on lawnmower. It's been a dream of mine.
And to get out on your bike, straight away from the house. It's just a dream. I'm trying to think if we've missed anything about the house and the kind of process.
Yeah.
I think that covers
covered everything.
House bits. Carry on our walk a little bit and then we'll check back in with you on another topic. got you a nice hot drink. Can you put one of them tea bags in the other one for me? That was a pleasant walk.
It was.
That's the thing with an outdoors tea, is there's always a little bit of dirt in your tea. Not as windy as yesterday. Maybe we'll just tie these around so they don't go floating away. Started recording and now I've forgotten everything that we were going to talk about. Shadows like disappearing over the wall. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a better insight into why we moved here to beautiful Galloway Forest Park. You alright, Jess? We'll go home in a minute. One of the people who commented on a recent video wanted to know what our plans were for the house and the cabin and the garden, so maybe you can talk a bit about that, Ollie.
So the cabin's coming first. Also found out for the roof for the months, which I've just sort of finishing now. And then just need insulating properly and just kitting out really. Started looking at kitchens and beds and...
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I don't know if that's a bird or tree squeaking.
It's a bird.
Anyway.
And that's why we like living here. Oh my god, it's getting closer.
Well, it is.
An absolute vulture.
Where was I? Yeah, just looking at sort of kitchens and beds and sort of looking how we're going to do the inside of it.
Ollie, it's going over. No, it sounds really close, it's going to come near us.
Then yeah, just sort of style it inside as a sort of old cabin really. Maybe like wood cladding, not too sure yet. Still deciding. House wise, main house, bungalow. It's going to be sort of mid-century modern, sort of quite minimalist. Because our last house was quite...
eccentric.
Is it maximalist? Maximalist? Maximist? Something like that. So yeah, we're sort of changing up quite a bit. Going a bit more sleek.
And then the garden.
Garden I quite like as is, because we've got a lot of sort of quite a rare fungi growing, where the grass hasn't been touched for 50 plus years and it's quite mossy. But there's, I want to do a bit of landscaping. I want to sort of set a little seating bit aside, like a pergola and a fire pit, that sort of type of thing.
And a sauna.
Yeah, I would eventually have to get a sauna. Get looking at those
the absolute dream.
On the interwebs as well. It's a little sort of two-person one.
Shall they come back?
Where are you off to?
We're going to link the article to our Times interview that was in the autumn to YouTube, so you can find out like everything, not everything, but there's a really good summary of motivations there. And if you have any other questions or things you want to ask us or see in videos, just let us know. But thank you for watching.
See you next time.